Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
I'm Gaynor.
I'm Office Bloke Aidan.
Here we are, three of us together. Inside the rise of America's fastest growing city.
Well, what could this be?
Where?
There was always talks of Austin growing real fast, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was like a
in
real sort of
Texas.
like boom, sort of like city.
What if it's like a very small city that I've never heard of?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm always interested to find out where, don't know, especially in the USA as well. Obviously, we want to try and retire there when we're ready to quit work. And you know, it's always nice to find out a really sort of like cool place. At the moment, we've got favourites. North Carolina's sort of like leading the way at the moment, isn't it? But I'm always open. I'm never sold on one deal. I'm always open to listen to what other people can say. Well, try this state. Try this. When we looked at Wyoming, love that.
Yeah.
But then people say you won't like the winters. It gets too cold.
But also,
You also get bored.
Yeah, but also I don't like the heat anymore. So I'm thinking, what are the Carolinas going to be too hot in the summer for me?
Possibly. You can't really.
Don't like the cold, don't like the hot. Jesus Christ.
Don't like the rain, don't like the snow. If it's too windy, forget it. Let's get into this, find out where it is. It's a news report, this. Let's see what it is. I can't think. I'm trying to have a guess, but I can't think.
No,
the only
I
thing that
can't
springs to
think.
my mind is Austin.
If you build it, they will come.
St. Louis is on the left. I don't know if
you
that.
build it so it's affordable, they will come in droves. In tonight's Eye on America, Jason Allen has the story of how a Dallas suburb turned acres of farmland into the fastest growing city in the country.
Like Texas as well.
I do as well.
D.L. Caldwell is still the first one through the door every morning at the pawn shop he owns in Princeton, Texas.
We got a lot of guitars.
At 82 years old, he knows a little bit about what people want.
What was it like when you put this building up here?
It was nothing around.
When Caldwell's family settled here in the 1960s, fewer than 1,000 people lived in Princeton.
Do you remember at all, DL, why your family moved here?
Dad was building houses, and I was the best carpenter around.
Farmers saw fertile ground to grow their cantaloupes and onions. Caldwell saw an opportunity for another type of growth. He started buying land and opening businesses.
Why did you do that?
I really believed it would grow, and I figured that the cheaper type, inexpensive homes would come to Princeton.
Not even Caldwell saw them coming like this. Rows of homes now fill Princeton's old farm fields just 30 miles north of Dallas. 17,000 people lived here in 2020. In just 3 years, the population jumped to 28,000 and hit the 37,000 mark last year, topping the Census Bureau's list of the fastest growing cities in the country.
These are kitchen stuff.
Crystal Alexander is one of thousands who just moved in.
You've never been a homeowner before.
No.
What's the where's the game against? Is it the Sooners and the Longhorns? Where did he play that?
Oh, I don't know why.
Because I'm thinking if that's 30 miles north of Dallas.
Austin. Dallas, yeah.
Then that doesn't the panhandle of Oklahoma sort of like kicking at the top of that state there.
I think that'll be quite a fair few more miles up.
Right, but don't they play somewhere on the border in like is it the Rose Bowl?
No, not the Rose Bowl.
Bowl's in
No.
California, is it?
Yeah.
It's something like that though, isn't it?
It's a rivalry. I don't know. Is there like a specific stadium that it's played at every season?
I think so. I think they play it at a neutral stadium. I think it's the Longhorns against the Sooners, isn't it? I'm
Yeah.
thinking, yeah. And they play it at a neutral stadium. That's not far from I think it's not far from the Oklahoma and Texas border.
Right.
Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Yeah, I might be way off. But for some reason, I've got it down there. And I'm wondering if it's near this area.
Oh, okay.
This is my first time, and it is exhilarating.
Princeton was not on her list of places to live, but in a county where the median sales price for a home is nearly $475,000, homes in Princeton sell for just about $300,000.
It was something that I knew that I could afford, and the homes were actually really nice.
Growth comes with growing pains. And homes went up so fast, last year Princeton had to put a temporary stop to any more building just to make sure there were enough sewer lines and water lines and roads for everyone who was moving in.
Eugene Escobar Jr. is Princeton's mayor.
What do you think your biggest challenges are right now?
And we're still about 5 years probably behind. We're having to literally figure out everything and redo everything over because the measurements, everything we had in place cannot handle where we are now.
Another 13,000 home units are already approved and waiting to be built. Who could have ever seen it coming?
I still got one of the first trucks I started with.
Well, D.L. Caldwell, for one.
We were all talking, and I made a comment. I said, who'd ever thought this about Princeton? And Dury sitting over there, he said, me. I said, well, you're right.
The once tiny town of Princeton is expected to grow to 100,000 people within the next 5 years.
Wow.
For Eye on America, Jason Allen in Princeton, Texas.
That's quite cool, that, to be fair. It's just, I'm not a fan of like all the houses looking the exact same now.
I was just going to say that. I was going to say the same. It's very uniform.
What's that movie like where he's trapped in the city?
Yeah, Truman Show.
Yeah, it's like that.
But it's, I think when we moved
the
to
Woodland was a bit like
similar
that.
to that. The houses were all very, I think you had a choice of like 3 different types of houses, 4 different types of house, sort of thing. And then it was
very uniform looking.
When they were building them, you chose which style you wanted, and that was it. You know, the 1, 2, 3, or 4.
But you don't want to go out your house and go 2 streets down and look the exact same. You want it to change up every street.
That's exactly what it was like, though. Even like the colour of the door, you couldn't just think, oh, I'm going to paint my door yellow. You had to have like the same colour doors.
Really, it was all very uniformed. But it was, I mean, we've got that with new builds over here. When they build new housing developments over here, they build
little compounds and
they'll build like 7 houses the same, then 1 different, and 7 houses the same again, and 1 different sort of thing. They'll build like one turn the other way type thing to give it a little bit of like a different sort of like vibe to it. But they still look not great, I would say.
The thing with the Woodlands, it was whichever kind of
community you were
in.
Yeah.
They had different houses there. Some were like all sort of 1 level, some were like 2-story.
Yeah, but I do like the idea of a town growing.
Yeah.
It's there, but it's like
it's technically a city, isn't it? But it's classed as a city that had less than 1,000 people.
Yeah, I know. So it's gone from a small little place to, what was it there?
37,000.
And another 14,000 houses being built.
I wonder what else they have though. Like if they have like any malls or anything, or if it's just houses.
Even if it's was it 30 miles or half an hour away from Dallas?
I think it's 30 miles, didn't it? Which
is
about works out to be about half an hour away.
Yeah. You don't even need a mall there. You can just go to Dallas.
Yeah. You probably don't want a mall.
Yeah.
I guess you get community shops sort of thing, like small
guitar shops and that.
Yeah, the pawn shop. Yeah. But you might have the everyday sort of like grocery store type thing. But like say sometimes you might not want a mega mall or something to sort of like go to. Just like you say, travel 30 minutes and go to Dallas.
To Dallas, yeah.
Because imagine people moving there. I don't know where they're moving from, whether it's internal Texas.
Surely the fact that Dallas is nearby has something to do with it.
Yeah, I think it's probably just because it's more reasonable to buy a house like that.
It's cheaper and it's still close to a big city.
Yeah, it's commutable. Yeah. Interesting, all right?
Yeah.
Enjoy looking at stuff like that. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.